we have ourselves a pretty special game to watch. This is from the Italian team's current, what would you call it, tournament. It's just a for fun tournament. There's no money involved, at least to my knowledge. But they're doing a tournament that's basically like a hidden cup where there are Smurf accounts and we have no idea who is who. So today we're going to be watching Achille Lauro. I guess this is like a Achilles something. And in this side is Valor Morgulis. I'm going to call him Valor because I'm sure I butchered that name. I'm sure they're going to be mostly Italian names, as there's a lot of Italian players playing. But there is also some guys from other countries. So I'm just going to flash up the screenshot of the possible players that we could be watching. So they range from 1100 ELO to 2K. So pretty much a mid-ELO player to professional level. And we'll see. We're going to have a guess at who it could possibly be. There's a lot in that 1900 category, which is basically top level, just not top 8 kind of finishers like Matrius can be. So we'll see who it's going to be. Some of those 1900 players are ridiculously strong. We're going to be guessing maybe in terms of play style, like some of those guys, like someone like I think Mini Yeti's in there, plays super aggressive. So you might be able to pick him out of a lineup if you could see what he's doing. Matrius plays quite aggressive too, but we will see which one of these it could possibly be and maybe guess them. So that's what we're going to be doing here. The matchup is Susano versus Ra, and I'm one of the believers at the moment. I've only played it once, but I think Ra should match up pretty well into Japan, because Japan, they're all about these kind of consistent attacks, this timing where they come in and they hit you with everything. And Ra's pretty defensive. Ra is, he has his crocodiles and he can sit back, he can do his Migdals, he can buy his cheaper Migdals, and he can really set up a position that's pretty defensive that the Japanese player is going to be able to come into. Also, just in classical age, he's got a decent answer with if he wants to go into those spearmen. Spearmen are good against the raiders that are going to come through from our Susano player. So we'll see if that's what angle the Ra decides to go. You can just go the complete opposite. And I think when I did it against, who was it? I played Chasing the Sun and I went Sekhmet, and that was wasted. I should have just gone the Crocodiles. But even going Sekhmet, they were pretty strong. Also, the Chariot Archers, just insanely good in general, especially into Amaterasu rather than Susano, because you need to deal with those damn those damn samurais that are just ridiculously strong. My guess is that the blue player is Moose. Yeah, Moose and the blue. Moose always shows up in the blue. But I won't be in this one. They did ask me if I wanted to play, but I just I felt like I didn't really have the time, because then I wouldn't be able to talk over them. I wouldn't be able to cast them. So that's what I prefer to do. So thank you very much to them. If this goes out as a YouTube video, which I'm sure it will, then I will put a link to their stuff below. So if you're Italian and want to join an Age of Mythology clan, this will be the one for you, definitely. And what are we seeing both these guys go? So we have the Ra going Bast. This is the angle that I like. The Sphinx is definitely a good shout. You're going to have to force out some of these kind of early heroes. The Bushies are kind of easy to take down with some slingers, or the Onamushas are just really slow, so the Sphinx can run around them, so it's a pretty good option. And Onari Okami, I think, pretty much is always picked for Susano. Although in the Egyptian matchup, using the Wanudos is pretty good, because the Wanudos are so hard to deal with, and it looks like we are seeing the Kitsune spam starting off. Now, if we're going back to that list, Matrius, I've seen him play, I'm pretty sure it's Matrius that I've seen play with the Kitsune kind of lots of raiding style. So, but it has become very popular, so it's kind of hard to guess in that regard, but still. And we have our priest here getting all the vision on the map, and you see he does that little empower bit, so you can see a little bit of dark spots around. It looks like the priest, I mean, he should be able to take out the Kitsune if he's paying attention. He will lose to the Jorogumo, though. You do have to watch out for that girl coming around the back, and then whoever this Achilles is will be able to run away, no problem. Does pick up a priest for free, which is a very, very nice start. 100 gold unit. Don't want to be losing those ones. They're not all Italian players, so if we just flash this back up, there is a possibility for some American guys. I think Mini Yeti is Canadian as well. Columinati and Grass are American. I think the rest are Italian, though. And Automaton, it's already been pointed. Look at this raid. It's absolutely brutal. This is so, so strong. Nice bringing the Pharaoh over. You just need to bring a couple of priests out whenever you get these Kitsunes, because the priests do take them out really, really quickly. But yeah, Automaton, I wouldn't call him 1300. I would say he's like 16 to 1700. Although he plays a lot of team games, so maybe the 1v1s are slightly different, but I'd say he's at least 1600 rated player. Mini Yeti, I believe he's French-Canadian. And looks like the Chorogumo might be able to get healed up. Nice snipe from Valor, that's what we're going to call him, because I butcher the end bit, and trying to take out this girl. I mean, she does deal a lot of damage. Is he actually going to be able to take her out? That is a big snipe. That's 11 seconds worth of town center time also. So the Sphinx getting huge, huge value. But in come the little nibbly boys, the Kitsunes running around the side. Look how quickly they just pick things off. If you also get the upgrade that they gather gold for you, these nine-tailed Kitsunes can be absolutely ridiculous. But the Sphinx is just getting mad value. Unfortunately, there is a Miko behind that our Valor player does not notice, and that is a nice cheeky bit of micro. I think just from seeing this start, I think we're definitely watching some 1900 and above play. Although I feel like I could probably keep up with this to start with, and I'm a little bit lower, but then shit all hits the fan a little bit later. So maybe this is someone that's slightly lower too, about my level, 1600-ish. And our blue Achilles coming out with, and actually going to be dropping down the Kusanagi. Also does manage to pick off a Sphinx, which is absolutely massive. Priest could probably turn around. Yeah, better to just go after these spearmen. Just try and tackle one spearman. There's no point letting one get out with 31 HP. They'll heal that back up instantly. So just needs to get out with some full HP units. Our player in red. And I think our Susano player, he's not really fully committing to units. He even cancelled that one and then rebuilt it again. But has enough resources here for a town center, or even just drop another couple of buildings, or think about going somewhere else. Unfortunately, just throw away a Miko. It's been pretty even so far in the kind of trades. Double Miko, losing those, it just feels so bad. And, I mean, how many Sphinx went down, though? There is one left, and I think that might be a new one. So he's got 11 favor, and they're only Cryo Sphinx, not up to Hyroko Sphinx. So, two of them being lost. In come the Kappas. And the Spearmen, they just got to commit to this fight. The Kappas can't take out Priests. They can't take out Spearmen. Oh, they can take out Spearmen. Can't take out Sphinx or Priests. So the Spearmen just have to stay off of this slightly lighter green pool. And I believe Achilles here is trying to bait him back in, but he's just not falling for the bait. That one might do a little bit. It lasts for so long. This Swampland is so good. And there we go. Munches up so many of these Spearmen. Also getting the Watchtowers in. Making sure that these Spearmen aren't getting as much value as they possibly could. And next stage, Bushido is in. So that is a big 50 favor increase to his pockets. Because these Kitsunes cost, what is it, 8 favor? So you really do need to get some Mikos out gathering. And 2 of those have been sniped. I think there is another couple that is down. And an armory goes down for our red player. Yeah, nice bit of micro there with the priests. But not going to be able to get those. This could also be Illuminati, actually. If you watch his stream, I'm a bit of a stream lurker. So apologies if he's watching and I don't comment. But I do it while I'm working and things. But he's on it with this priest micro. His priest micro is crazy. I know he's a bit of a set player currently. So this could be him. Onimusha just one taps the obelisk. Goes down pretty quickly. And it looks like Heroic Age probably coming through for our red player at some point. A pretty nasty raid coming through, though. There's no upgrades for our laborers. So, actually going after the Pharaoh first. I don't think he's paying attention either, which is not nice. He is also trying to aggress on the front side by that wooden wall coming in clutch. But yeah, there was no skin of the rhino, no equipment of the survival instincts. And even the Kusanagi dropped down. Did get a little bit of damage off on that one, so maybe Kusanagi got him 2 extra kills there, so nice play. A lot of them did kind of go towards the town center. It's not the easiest god power to really work, to be honest, because it doesn't work straight away. Like Shockwave has a little bit of a delay, and then your opponent can move at some point, so you do have to deal with that one. But I believe our Ra player slightly further behind. He lost a little bit. I mean, in terms of villager numbers, it's not so bad. He did take out a couple of Mikos, so you could relate that to 2 villagers. Maybe 3 Mikos would be 2 villagers, something along those lines. And I believe our Naginata riders will be able to get back to the main base. Ooh, what's being attacked here? Just a random spearman coming for scouting info. Need to change over to Achille Lauro here and just see how many Mikos he actually has. And he has 3, so still building lots of them. So this is why he is behind on the villager numbers. And up to Sobek. So this is what I was saying earlier. I think Sobek makes sense against these Japanese players for sure. And managing to get the granary safe, the gold mine as well. And should be able to whack a Migdal up around here would be really, really nice. Could also go for a little, what I like to call cheeky walls here. Just a cheap wall that your opponent would have to run all the way around. Stops the Kitsune raids coming in. I think would be a nice shout. And now, where is our Susano player going? So, doing something very similar. Very, very mirrored spawns here. So we've got the gold mine and the hippos very, very close. Miko here to do a bit of assistance if they need to. And the spearmen are actually catching out just one of these Naginata riders. There are some priests on the backside, and this is what I mean. The Kitsunes are so good early on, but as soon as there's a handful of priests, 6 priests, and they just snipe them way, way, way too quick. And there is Heroic Age in. No Heroic Age yet for our Sasano, but I believe that was his armory getting dropped. Yes, it was. It is right at the back. And this is why we do the cheeky walls. The cheeky walls would mean that the Migdal goes up for free. Nice little bit of granary ghost building, though. Quick walling. Going to be a quick wall with the market. Unfortunately, the villager was stood on the market, so he couldn't actually build it. That doesn't feel nice. 36 seconds left on this one. There's nothing on it. Villagers are going to have to turn around and shank. And this makes me think it's not a Ra player that does this. Not that I know people's main gods or anything, but or gods that they like to play. But getting that Skin of the Rhino in is huge because they're just so much tankier, and you can survive for so much longer. Yes, it does cut into. We need to change to the other guy. Yes, it does actually cut into some of your villager production. For some reason, it doesn't come up for this, but anyway. Is an insanely strong upgrade. There are 3 god powers on the side of the Ra that he can use. I think rain on this map, at least when you've got enough kind of presence to move outside of your base, the rain does nothing for this map because there's hunt absolutely everywhere. But the Eclipse and Locust Swarm combo could be nice. Only got up to Cryosphinx too. I think Hyracosphinx is the upgrade. That's the main one you want because it's all about the speed. Unless you're using them in your army, then I guess Hyracosphinx just doesn't matter. Maybe just saving that favor for the Hetsuchos makes more sense. And there's Onimushas and the Samurais in. And this is when we need the Crocodiles and we need the Chariot Archers to come in. There was a Raiju research from our Sasano. Makes sense. I think these 3 god powers are the absolute combo. When you can use these things together and they all make each other cheaper, this is the combo. I still think Fusion with the Gust is just so strong if you can use it in the right way. Maybe it makes more sense if you're doing the defensive approach where you just go the other 2 gods completely. But still, I think Fusion's just so good. Like imagine just you want to attack this position, there's a load of units here and you just yeet them across the map so you can come in, take down the Migdal stronghold, take down all the villagers. So ridiculously strong. We have a Leviathan coming through here, or cheeky Leviathan raids. Now, who does these sort of things? I mean, this is a high level. This is a high level play. Crag Hack, who are we watching? We are watching. This is the Italian, like hidden cup kind of tournament. So this could be anybody. And a nice cheeky raid. I'd say this is. I don't know. Is this a Illuminati play too? Definitely could be a Matrius play. Also, he definitely does things like this. That's going to be catching out so many villagers. We will just whack up the screenshot again so Crag Hack can see who it could possibly be. What's going on? There is a bit of a raid coming down this side, finding the docks. But how many villagers are going to go down? Did our Ra player forget to make villagers for a little bit of time? Or did he just lose so many to this gold mine? I think he must have just lost some down here because he's now down to 22 villagers. That is rough for 14 minutes in. But your opponent on 28, not so bad. I think I did just completely miss this. Whoops. And now the raiding party comes in. This is 6.6 is the slowest unit here. It's so ridiculously strong. I think if anything needs a nerf for Sasano, it is Raiju and the Raijin. But we mentioned it right at the beginning. The Petsuchos Ball, they are the defensive unit. If he can just sit back and kind of maybe get to Mythic Age would be a good shout. Maybe get a town center. and just sit back, make sure that these fast units get no value is the idea. Just remove the screenshot. Comes back. A little bit of a raid coming through from Valor as well. Looks like Achille, Lauro not paying attention at all. And no survival equipment on this side either. I think it's something that these players don't get. They think that they can spend all the resources on something else, like maybe it's like 2 Yuumi Horse Archers, but losing villagers, it just doesn't make sense. It's better to not. Yes, Leviathan coming in. Now this is the sort of play that I love as a bit of an Egyptian enjoyer. Putting your dock down and then getting a free Leviathan, which is basically just a tanky transport ship, is crazy strong. Crazy strong. You don't have to spend the time building the transport ship. They're quite weak, so they can kind of be attacked too. And now the chariots, I think he's pushing forward a little bit too much though, but this is the comp that you definitely want against the samurais. There is definitely going to be a potential for all the god powers from both sides. We've got Swampland and the Thunderburst coming in against both of the Eclipse and the Locust. Is the Locust and Eclipse doing enough? I have no idea. There's just so much going on here, and it looks pretty equal. But now, after all the other god powers, the Kusanagi as well, just to add more insult to injury, and then there's so many death noises. I think all of the human units went down to that Swampland. If we could go back and check, I think it was Swampland that did all of the real damage there. The Thunderburst does a bit of CC and a bit of overall damage, but it's the Swampland that just one-shots the units, and that is rough. But it worked out pretty equal, to be honest. Still 89 favor after those triple god powers up to heavy Yuumi Horse Archers, so heavy units, and now the Petsuchos is going to get caught out. I think it made sense by Valor here to come back and kind of heal with the priests. I think he just overstayed his welcome a little bit. You do not want to be losing these guys. The more you have, just the better. They can even take out the daimyos if he really wants to. We do have ballistics coming in. Ballistics with the chariot archers is such a big power spike for them. I do also rate getting ballistics before the chariot archer upgrade. At least that's what I do. I don't know whether it's the best way. But these villagers on the front side didn't notice the blue units coming through. Daimyos are running away. And that's a nice little pick-off for Mr. Lauro on this side. Kind of overstaying himself, though, is going to lose 2 Yuumi Horse Archers. Not the biggest of deals. Did manage to get a villager pick or 2 for it. But the villager number's so equal. It's a crazy equal game. I just don't know about that pushing forward. I mean, I guess it worked out. All of the Petsuchos survived. So Petsuchos are your damage dealers. How much damage do they have together? Only 600. Guess he did lose a couple. Now we've got heavy camels coming in. Camels make sense against the horse archers. Or does it? Because of this damage multiplier, the 1.2x damage multiplier is rough. Going through, getting that Sashimono Bannerman tech. The ball's up, and we're still 1 TC apiece on both sides. We've got 19 minutes in, no second town center grabbed. This gold mine's going to run out at some point. Does need to secure something else. A good wall across here would be a nice option. You could also start to move into the middle somewhere, go back over here, grab some kind of Migdal stronghold on it. There's actually not that many gold mines for this map. Sometimes they spawn a lot more than this. Our tanky transport ship, unfortunately, overstepping, and will get taken out. What, 9 HP. Basically dead. You don't want to be using one of those with 9 HP. And what are we seeing now? So we got the Crocodopolus upgrade actually waiting to be used. It's still 6 attack, or 6 range that will be in when that one's through. I got Darth Nox in as well. Oh, that was Craghat gifting a tier 1 sub. I wonder what that noise was. I was like, who's got a Plenty Vault? But I completely forgot that I put the Plenty Vault noise as the gifted sub. Thank you, Craghat, for the gifted sub. I need to make that a different noise. I don't know. I thought we were watching a John Arbiter game or something. Just hearing those. A Tribe of Mythology gets the sub. Thank you, Craghat. And again, it looks like Valor's pushing forward. Maybe I just don't play the Petsuchos right. I mean, they are crazy. Maybe doing this play, dropping a Migdal, like here, maybe that's the play. Oh, okay. Definitely feeling himself. The thing is, what Achille can do here is he has 137 favor. He just needs the Wombo combo again. Just if these Petzabek are sat together, they get the Thunderburst on them. Make sure that those Daimyo are just sat right underneath them. As soon as they drop down from that CC, they just all die. This is something that not many gods really have access to. It's just constant big area CC. And Susano's basically the only one. That's because he can just constantly reuse his god powers. Yeah, definitely just forward Migdal with this push would be so nice. But it looks like he's fully committing anyway. Heavy Camel Riders are going through. The Petzabek's getting so much damage done. It looks like Achille just doesn't want to commit at all. Petzabek in the back. 1k damage now. Oh. Nice bit of reposition. This is a really nice position. Oh, it looked like it. But there is a Swamp Land coming in. There could be another Thunderburst. Looks like he goes for the Kusanagi instead. And that's probably the right call. Kusanagi and the Thunderburst gets dropped on the top. How is this going to go for the blue units this time? Looks like the heroes have managed to get onto those Petzabeks. There is one back here also. That kind of keeping out of harm's way. But the entire front line has gone down to that Swamp Land again. And the priests have all gone down as well. So there's nothing to heal these guys back up. Oof. Yeah. Susano be pretty good. What the hell, man? These daimyos were nice. You don't often see the daimyos unless somebody goes the Shogun god. But that was a big wipe. Literally just enough favor to use all of that. And now Susano in the driver's seat. I don't think a Migdal would have really helped. That says balanced. Yep. I think this was a point I saw on Voight's. I think that was, maybe he was on his stream, or maybe it was his YouTube comment, basically saying about, do people like this, the reusable god powers? And I like reusable god powers. I think it was a good call. I just don't like Aranos and Susano, how brutal they are with it. They can just use too many. The other gods, how it works, I think is absolutely fine. But yeah, Susano, he be good. I hope that the new ones don't have, the next civs don't have something similar. But we'll see. Maybe Susano just needs brutal, kind of, what are we calling them? Cooldowns. Maybe he just needs extra cooldowns. Like, yes, you can reuse them, they're cheaper, but your cooldowns are double the length or something. Because this Thunderburst is already back. It's already back. It's like less than an ultimate in a in a MOBA. It's crazy. But the forward settlement being grabbed is a great shout, especially because this is the last gold mine for Valor back here. We still don't know who these guys are. I definitely think they're both high-level players. This game's been super close. If I was to guess this side, I would say it was Mini Yeti or Columinati. I would guess, just from how they've kind of played it, because they played it quite aggressive too. Nice little cheeky raid, trying to get away with our Camel Riders. Well, the Columinati doesn't always play aggressive, I guess, but. I think the camels are going to get caught out. Looks like there is a lot of red units on this side, though. So a potential pushback from the town center. Kind of out of position is Achille Lauro with his units. Needs to kind of be defending this forward town center that he's gone for. Also getting chased around by, or using 18 units to take down 4 camels. Not ideal. Maybe just not expecting all of these red units to be over here. Maybe also using it as a bit of a scouting adventure for this gold mine. Yes, these are secret Smurf accounts. They are, nobody knows. Nobody knows who these guys are. It's an Italian tournament that we're playing here. So we will whack up the screenshot again. These are all the guys that this could potentially be. And the Petzabek are back out. So the siege towers will be able to creep around the side. I think Achille just needs more. He just needs more units. I think that town center for the extra population was going to be really nice, because even just 2 Petzebek and all these chariot archers, a pharaoh empowering the Migdal stronghold, you just need more. Even just some siege weapons from afar, and maybe a little bit of an overstep. I'm going to say the player in blue is somebody about my level. One of the guys in yellow. That's what I would guess, because this is peak me. This is exactly what I do. I play well for about 20 minutes, and then I don't know. I just don't know what to do. So my guess would be one of the guys my level. Arturello or Sepia Pigra, one of those. Automaton, maybe, because he's definitely above 1300. But now, getting all his ducks in a row, getting all his units in. And he gets another one. He gets another Thunderburst. Even the villagers coming in. Is he trying to take the town center? I guess Valor's trying to take the TC, or just using these guys to fight, knowing that he needs to win this fight, basically. The villagers are basically just there to tank while the chariot archers come through. And we get Kusanagi V4, I believe, 4th version of that. And the chariots just need to run back and kind of kite the Yumi horse archers just a little bit better. Unfortunately, somebody that uses military auto drag, so the pharaoh doesn't come back, happens to me every time. The villager's getting sniped as well. And Achille now a good 10k score ahead. Just not a lot of red units coming in. One Shinobi. On paper, they make sense, but you just need so many Shinobi to make it work, and they're so expensive. I think going the Yumi Horse Archer avenue makes a lot more sense. 3/4 of the way to champion as well. So these constant fights do just help the blue player even more, the Japanese player. Another Swampland. Yep, Swampland number 4, I guess it's going to be. Yeah, this is it. If you're going Shinobi, just get loads of them. That's the way. How much are they? Oh, they're a lot of gold. And then you just need to shift Q, and then they all use their ability at once. They all run in with 7 speed, and they get on the back line. The issue with going after them on the Migdal stronghold is, I guess, they jump in the Migdal. The Shinobis, though, they do insane damage to buildings, so if you have enough of them, they are siege weapons too. I think this is probably a unit we've not seen enough of from Retold. From Retold? This isn't a Retold unit. From the Japanese coming out. Did the Ra player get all of these Petzebek from 2 monuments, or has one of them gone down somewhere? Because that's an insane amount. Just from 2 monuments. Not being empowered either. That's wild. So these are all the guys that it could possibly be. I realize it's still on the screen, so I will remove it. These are all the guys that it could possibly be. It's like a hidden cup. I don't know what they're calling it, but hidden cup. So I don't want to go on AOM stats and check their flags, because that'll kind of give it away. Anyway, Shinobi's coming over through for the chariot archers, and this is exactly what he needs to do. There is the Swampland, as Craghack called it instantly, and that is it. Valor decides that he has had enough, and Achille does win this game with lots of god power spammage. If I was to guess, I would say that the red player on the list. Let's get the list back up. The red player on the list is somebody like Mini Yeti would be my guess. The blue player, I want to say, is someone who's 1700. But yeah, I'll link all the Italian server guys, and we'll see you in the next one.